Alright, ladies and gentlemen, after today I get really, really freaking excited because you know why? I get to start going to work. I get to start throwing on the Kamo Klauz outfit on the weekends. I get to start being excited. I get to start being me. Because we're getting closer and closer to that 14th year of me playing Kamo Klauz. So, have they cut the turkey yet? Probably. Have they ate it and devoured it? Probably. They're getting ready for their induced tryptophan coma? Probably. Just want to say thanks again to all my grateful fans and friends that I love so much. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have nothing to do. So, I'm embarking my journey down to the airport. To go down to the airport, to go see if there's any passengers down there. Probably there's not, but I'm not really too worried about it. But if anybody is on the road tonight, just want to say, go home and have turkey. Go home and be happy. Go home and be merry, okay? Don't be out here. No. No reason for you guys to be out driving around because you don't have to get paid for it. Mark Weber, happy Thanksgiving to you. Just want to say, welcome to the show. Leave a comment below. God, do I love this snow. Anyway. And then he says, hello, bro. That's even funnier. He says, hello, bro. Mark Weber, I love you, man. Thank you very much for coming on the show. You're a great guy. I love you to death. Thought you were dead a couple days ago because you were in a car accident in St. Cloud. Somebody from Rice, but happened to have the same last name as you did. But, you know, I'm so glad you're here and you're upright and kicking and you're having a good time. All right, so I'm heading down to the airport. You know, I'm driving down there to go see if there's any filthy animals down there for, you know, picking up. I'm going to take my sweet-ass time to drive down there, but then when I come back, you know, to the office, I'm probably just going to say, I don't think I want to go to Brainerd tonight. I don't really think I do. You know, I'm not really sure. You know, I don't really know what I want to do right now. You know, to be 100% honest with you, I mean, it's a nice, beautiful day, you know, 27 degrees outside, 5:30 in the afternoon. You know, everybody's having, roads are wide open, dude. Why does everybody say that the roads are bad? The roads are wide open. Yeah. You can go 45, 70, 80 miles an hour on the road. You just have to know how to drive. I was doing that last week. I was flying down the road like, had no problem. I was driving down the road like a Kardashian wears makeup, you know? But, you know, everybody's going to be in a tryptophan-induced coma. Everybody's going to have turkey. I'm missing out. It's 5:29, 5:21. Macy's Day Parade's going on. Santa Claus is just about to show up, you know, and I'll be like, Santa! I know him, you know? And, you know, and I get excited. Did I get some turkey today? No, I didn't. I had 2-day-old fucking pizza from Pizza Hut, and that's about it. And they have turkey at work, but I don't feel like I deserve it because I don't work hard enough for the company, so I don't want any turkey, okay? I don't want to be driving down the road and falling asleep in the van because that's usually what happens to me is I'll be driving these vans, and then I'll fall asleep, and I'll end up passing out and forgetting where I am, because they work me so damn hard. They took my weekends off because they were like, well, you can't have weekends off anymore because we need everybody to work, all hands on deck kind of thing, which I think is total bullshit because they gave me the weekends off. That's what they did. They gave me the weekends off, and then I had plans because I work, doing Santa Claus and shit like that, and then they're like, no, we need you to work. I'm like, okay. Yeah, they need me to work. Because I'm like one of the only people that actually comes here and puts on that smile and works really, really hard. Shit. I'll get done tonight about 12 o'clock or about 2 in the morning, and I'll go home and fall asleep and just lay there and think, oh shit, what did I do to deserve this? Oh, I love how people drive in Minnesota. They have no fucking respect for anybody. They just pull out in front of everybody thinking everybody's going to slow down. I just do not understand why people in Minnesota cannot drive. They all have like zero tolerance for anybody. Yeah. Have you ever seen people wanted Thanksgiving weekend off, so you get thrown into the schedule? Yeah, pretty much. It happens, dude. I don't really give a shit anymore. I'm perfectly fine. I do what I have to do. Yeah, because see, the thing is I'm one of these kind of guys that, I play a Santa Claus and I'm busy all the time in December, and I told Andy that when I started working for this company. I gave her a heads up. I said, hey, I'll work every fucking goddamn day, Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever, all the way up to December or after Thanksgiving, and I need the weekends off because I'm busy playing Kamo Klauz. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. No, we need you to work in December because you don't have a life. Pretty much how it is, Whatever. I'm not too fucking worried about it. Check your bumpers. Yeah, my bumpers are fine. My ass is a little limp, but that's okay because I don't have one, but you guys are getting the Thanksgiving show. I might sing a couple Christmas songs. Who knows? Cool 108's playing, that great Christmas music that we love so much. Thumpity thump thump thumpity thump thump. Look at old Frosty go. Christmas is cool. Anyway, but here's the thing, man. Sometimes people don't have any reason to go 100 miles an hour. They don't have any reason to go 90. They don't have any reason to go anywhere. Did we lose any more drivers? I don't know, Mark. Ever since you left, the morale in the place has gone downhill. Okay? It sucks here. Gary quit 2 days ago. Gary McCarthy's done. So he's not coming back. So we lost him. I don't know where everybody went to. I don't know what the hell is going on, but, everybody has to, work as a team, I guess, and nobody really wants to work as a team anymore. They want to just do what they all want to do, I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about going to Metro Bus or working for Dial-A-Ride because, one, they're paying $34 to $50 an hour. They're paying $24 to $34 an hour. And it's in-town driving. You don't have to go to the airport anymore. You're just doing what you got to do. And, I'm tired of being paid $14.50 to $16.50 an hour to drive to the airport and fall asleep in the damn van all the time because I'm so friggin' working 7-8 days a week. I'm going to go over my hours tonight because I only have 6 hours until I'm over my hours. And then it restarts up at midnight tonight, but that's about it. Yeah. I'm not really worried about it. I don't have a care in the world, dude. Oh, shit. 27 degrees on 11/27/25. Happy Turkey Day to my friends. Happy Turkey Day. Turkey for you and some turkey for me. But I'm in a van, nobody loves me. I sit here and get mad as can be. I don't know why we don't just shut down, you see. But we all work on Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I don't know why. I don't know, shoot. I don't really care about using tissues. Why are people driving all day? I don't really know, they should be at home, okay. Turkey. People having turkey. You ever have this feeling? Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome below. Comment, Party goers galore. Welcome to 2 people on board. Have you ever had this feeling that you love this one attractable woman? Ah, Dewey! It's the Dewey Stout family. Hi, Dewey. Happy Thanksgiving. Great pictures of you and your family, man. Turkey coma. Yeah, turkey coma. Dewey had a great picture with him and his family. I think it was really cute. I love his family, man. Dewey is a guy that I used to play video games with. Yeah, he was like a young kid when I was like playing with him, and now he's followed me and he just says that he loves me. He thinks I'm funnier than hell. And I really think he's a great guy. I love Dewey to death. I think he's funny. He's just like Mark, Mark Webber, and Mark Webber and I, we have that really cool bond, that you can't, you can't sell this. I mean, it's just gonna happen. Yeah. So. Is it me? Or are they making billboards are they making billboards really really scary now, like smut, like scary, there was a Mad City billboard on the wall back there, or back on this billboard, and there's a chick taking a shower. But it's just really one of those things that you turn around and look at, you're like, holy crap, she's got big arms. I don't know, man. I'm just... Why are people driving on Thanksgiving? They should be at home watching the freaking football games and hanging out with their turduckens and all that shit and everything else. But I'm glad you guys are watching me on Turkey Day. I mean, I'm, happy that you guys are watching me. I mean, I don't know what I ever did to deserve this great day. And someone told me that I should be a comedian. Go on tour and shit, and see the country and see the world. And then I said, you know what? I do that right now. I do it live at the confines of my house. I don't have to worry about being shot. Sorry about that. I shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I miss Charlie Kirk every day too, But, I just think that everybody's got an opinion and people just need to stop being such dicks all the time to everybody. Why do we live in a world like that where people are just assholes to everybody? Why? I mean, why can't we just be friends to each other? Like, why can't we love each other without, being, like touching or physically touching or anything like that? Powerful yawn detected. You need to get some sleep. That's what the camera says. I was thinking about something the other day. And, I thought about this the other day when I was coming home last night from Brainerd. I was coming home from Brainerd last night, and I was driving. Yep. I was driving the van. I was coming home from Brainerd last night. And I said something along the lines of, like, what happened to the world that we live in where people are so excited about what they do with their lives that they don't really care about anybody else but themselves? And I said, there comes a time in a person's life when he needs to realize to himself that he hasn't done anything wrong. Gotta get some turkey and fixins. Talk to you later. Go ahead, man. You don't have to watch me all night, Mark. You can go do some other things. I'm just, here driving. But, okay. So, I was driving last night, coming home from Brainerd, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, I was like, what is it with me that makes me want to stay here and be a part of this, job so much? And it's because, one, I don't want to go to a job and be the fucking new guy, I don't want to go to a job and be the fucking new guy. I don't want to go to a job and just, start over and, everybody just treating me like garbage and making me feel like fucking shit, And I don't want that. No, I don't want that at all. I don't want that at all. Because I don't wish that on anybody. I don't. I don't wish that on anybody. Really, I don't. But here's the thing. You go and you work for a community, for a company, and you become the fucking new guy, and everybody fucking just walks all over you, treats you like fucking garbage, makes you feel like, you're the, makes you feel like you're the bitch of the whole entire group, and I hate that shit. Because that happened to me when I went to go work at this, garbage truck company. So, I went to this garbage truck company. I got treated like so fucking shit. It was really bad. And then one day, I had a garbage can land on me. Fucking knocked me on my ass. Yeah, to the point where I literally blacked out at work. And they took me to the hospital, and they said that I had a concussion, and they said that, I had this, and this happened to me. And I was like, you know what? That was one of the biggest, most fucked up things that ever happened in my life. And I was like, dude, I don't ever want that to fucking happen to me again. No. Because I don't want to be the fucking new guy. Swear jar. Yeah, I'm going to put money in the swear jar. Trust me. Don't worry about it. You know who I really miss is Brian Elvestead. I just want to say I love Brian because he helped me out. He gave me money, and I still have it. You know, I still have all my money that Brian gave me. But I'm just literally trying to figure out what the hell to do. Because you can't do anything when the person that you're trying to do it with doesn't even want to help you out. So that's just a completely like splash in the pan thing. You know, you know, she wants this shit over with. She wants me to stop talking about her and everything else. Well, like I said, if you want me to stop talking about you, then you need to literally fucking, you know, shit or get off the pod. Because as soon as we get this divorce done and I get my name changed in the state of Minnesota, I won't ever talk about you. I won't ever talk about you because I'm going to block you from Facebook and I'm going to block everybody in your family because if your family wants to talk to me, that's their choice. They should be able to talk to me. But, I mean, I don't see what was the problem. I mean, we just had a miscommunication and a misunderstanding about each other. But that's perfectly quite all right. That happens. Relationships are miscommunications. And I'll tell you right now, if a guy could ever figure out a woman, shit, that's like figuring out a cheat code on fucking like, you know, like Mario Kart or something like that. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, shit. Women are just so hard to friggin' please. I don't know what it is. I mean, you got some of them that ask you for advice, and some of them that want to be your friend, and then some of them that want to be your lover, and then some of them that just, you know, oh, you're so cool to hang out with. Yeah. You know? I just don't know, man. You know, we all try so hard. We all live in a world full of just shits and giggles. You know, some people live in a relationship where they like to yell at each other. That's not a relationship. No. Yelling at each other is not a good relationship. Fighting all the time is not a good relationship. It never gets you anywhere. All you do is yell at each other. But I mean, I don't understand why people can't just, you know, chill out, you know, watch Netflix and a movie together without having to fucking argue with each other, or then, you know, sit there and cuddle with each other and then, you know, interlock in the greatest, most wonderful, passionate sex they've ever had. And they just, you know, love each other. Shit, that only exists in fairy tales. Yeah, it does. I mean, if I ever wanted to get laid, I just fall asleep and dream about it. That's all I ever do. You know, if I ever want to be with somebody, I just fall asleep and dream about them. Yeah. Because that's the only way that you'll ever get, you know, laid without having any consequences. I think so, anyway. Well, yeah. People ask me, Jack, they're like, you know, what kind of day do you go through 90% of the time? And I'm like, well, I go through my life every day trying to figure out if I'm going to meet somebody and be good enough for them. And then you guys sit there and look at my Facebook page and you guys are like, yeah, Jack put some pretty meaningful stuff on his page, and the thing is that that's how I feel every day. You know, I sit here and think to myself, am I good enough Am I good enough for women? Hey! Brian Elvestead, the guy I'm even thinking about. He got on. Now he's gone. But I love Brian Elvestead. Great guy. Yeah, great guy. Love him to death. Anyway, but no, like every day I post things online. I post stuff online, and it's because it's inspirational quotes and stuff how I really feel. Because the thing is that I'm going through a whirlwind of shit right now. Because the thing is, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna go to just relieve my mind. Well, because last night I had a girl on the bus. Yeah, I had a girl on my van last night from Houston, Texas. Really nice girl, 21 years of age. She's gone to college for 4 years. You know, she's actually trying to grow up in her life, and she's trying to move on. And she doesn't want her parents to think that, you know, she doesn't want to talk to her parents anymore, but she wants to move forward. So she says to me, she says, well, how do you deal with moving on after being independent for 4 years of your life? And basically, you just turn it off and on. If you want to be by yourself, be by yourself. If you want to be with somebody, be with somebody. If you want to love your parents, love your parents. I mean, parents are supposed to love their children all the way until the kids bury their parents in the ground. Yes. My parents, on the other hand, I don't know what the hell I ever did, but for some odd reason, my parents, like, they have this weird thing about them where they don't really seem to like what I do, or they don't really seem to like how I live my life. Because I call them and it's like, hey Jack, we haven't talked to you for a long time. Is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. What's up? And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. What's up? And I'm like, well, I called you because I wanted to say hi and talk to you and everything else. But sometimes I feel like my parents just go through the motions and tell me what's going on just to get me off the phone. Because they don't really want to talk to me. And it feels really weird. And I don't have anything against my mom and dad. I love my mom and dad. I love my parents. But I have a weird love-hate relationship with them. And I don't get it. I really don't. It's like, you know, it's like I'm not their favorite child. I mean, like, Krista seems like the favorite because she's got everything, you know, going the right way, you know, child, brain surgeon, you know, football player, son, piano star, you know, entertainer. Gonna grow up to be like the greatest guy in the world is what Zach is gonna be. So they got everything going on. And then there's Katie. And Katie's got 2 kids that are just great. You know, Sky's gonna grow up to be a basketball player and build Legos and everything else. And Daisy's just gonna be so cool and everything and so great. And then there's Loser Jack. You know, a guy who plays a Santa Claus, or Santa Claus's cousin, does it for free, you know, and goes and spends all of his money and then just sits here and wastes away like a fat bump on a log and doesn't even know what he wants to do with his life because he's a giant fucking loser. That's exactly what I think my parents think of me. Yeah, I think my parents think that of me, and because my parents have never had the balls to come out and tell me how they really feel about me. You know, because they don't. Because no one ever has the balls to tell me how they feel about me. I've put so many freaking goddamn things up on my Facebook page asking me how you guys really feel about me. And only about 4 of you respond. Everybody else is like, oh, well, we love you, Jack. Or we basically just put what we really want to say. But you know what? Throw it at me. You know? Tell me how you really feel about me, you know? Because then I will know who the real people are and who the fake motherfuckers are that hide behind their conscience. I mean, Brian Elveston, you're one of my greatest friends in my entire life. Because you know what? I loved you ever since I met you, dude. Because you were cool, you were calm, you were collected, you were a badass. You knew what you wanted in life, okay? You knew what you wanted in life, and you were cool. But when I found out that you were going through a divorce as well, I was like, dude, what happened? I thought you were having a good time. I thought you were great. I thought you and your wife were great. But obviously that didn't happen, and you got a divorce as well, but your divorce went so easy. Mine, on the other hand, is just playing with my fucking emotions because, one, she's afraid to give me the paperwork because she's afraid that I'm going to see shit on there and that, I don't really care. I just want my fucking name changed and I want this shit over with. Because the thing is I want to be left the fuck alone. I was with somebody for 10 fucking years. I was loyal to them. I said some things. Yeah, I said some things. But who doesn't say things? Who says things all the time? Everybody says things. Everybody talks. But the thing is that we didn't have a strong enough relationship with each other to fucking let that shit slide. Because did we really have a strong relationship? Or was it just because somebody wanted to come over here? Or was it somebody wanted to see what it was like? Did we really love each other? We never really even knew that. Because we weren't with each other long enough to figure it out. No, we weren't. We weren't with each other long enough to figure out if we really and truly loved each other. At least I don't think we did. I think it was really something else. I really think it was something else. I really honestly think it was something else. Because one, Jo could never look at me when we had a conversation. She could never talk to me. But I could look at her all the time. I looked at her all the time. I thought she was beautiful. I thought she was gorgeous. I thought she was the best damn thing in my life. But obviously that's not how it is. No. Because I'm getting told by her kids, and I'm getting told by her that I was a bastard. I was an asshole. I was the biggest fucking horse's ass in all the land. Because I'm a different person? Because I say things what's on my mind? I'm not afraid to sugarcoat shit? Okay. Well, whatever, I live my life every day like it's my last day on this earth. And if I ever owned a gun, I probably would have been dead by now. Yeah. Because if I had a gun in my house, I probably would have killed myself. Because I don't know why the fuck I even need to keep on going. Because I only have maybe 10 friends that actually tell me how cool of a guy I really am. I saw Candace Wagner yesterday, and I thought I saw her, but I saw the guy that she was with. They were both in St. Cloud, or they were in St. Cloud yesterday. I saw them, and I said hi to them, and I forgot the guy's name. I forgot Candace's boyfriend's name or husband's name. I forgot his name. I think it's Jeremy, but I'm not sure. But I forgot his name. And why did I forget his name? Because I haven't talked to him before. I talked to him when I was at ERX, and that was the last time I talked to him. And I felt like such a dick. Because I don't remember people sometimes. But then here's me talking to Candace like I want to get with her. Like I want to be with her because she's so gorgeous and she's such a beautiful little girl. But she knows what she wants. Yeah. She's a badass. She's great. It's like me with Amber. I hang out with Amber I hang out with Amber and I love Amber to death. She's got that body, she's got that mentality, she's got that great thing about her. But I don't want to hurt another woman, or I don't want to be hurt myself. So I just stay back. I just take it one fucking day at a time. Because I don't know what I want anymore. I really don't. I miss all my friends. I miss all the people in Virginia. I miss all the people that know me. I miss all the people that, used to interact with me and hang out with me. But nowadays, I just feel like I'm a waste of time to them. I feel like I'm always in their way. Andrew Carlson. I don't talk to Andrew anymore. And, it's not that I don't want to talk to him. It's that I just don't understand what he's going through. I mean, it's tough to find a job, or it's tough to have a life. It's tough to have things not going for you when you have no money. I understand. And I go to work every day. I come to this job every day, and I come here, and I put in the time and effort and everything else, and I just feel like I'm just coming to work, going to work, and I have no time for my friends ever anymore. And I feel like I'm just the worst. I just feel like I'm the worst fucking friend in the entire world, because I never can talk to any of my friends anymore. So the reason why I get on Facebook is so that you guys can see that I'm still alive and kicking. But I'm actually going through a lot of shit. I really do feel like I am a loser friend. I feel like I was a loser husband. I feel like I am the worst person in the entire world, and I just can't fucking, end it all, because if I do that, then I'm a coward. I feel like I just don't understand what I need to do anymore. I don't have the building blocks anymore. But I don't want to die. I don't want to die. No, I don't. I just want to get my life back in order and just figure out where to go. The other day, I said something about, I wanted to buy land, open a tree farm, or I wanted to start a rally car track, or I wanted to do something with my life that mattered, But the one thing is, to be 100% honest with you, I want to own something that's mine. Yeah. I don't want the government to have it. I don't want the bank to own it. I want it. So, if I could ever have land, and I owned this land, and it was my land, I would just go out there and lay naked in the grass all day long until like a bug bit me or something. Because it's my land. It's my grass. I would feel like I fucking mattered. Like I could die tomorrow and be happy because I own something. That's how I feel. I'm so excited about wanting to turn my car into a sleigh. My Mini Cooper. But the thing is that if I do it, what the fuck am I going to gain out of it? I'm still making payments on a goddamn car that I haven't even paid off yet. See? That's another chick in a bathtub ab. Yeah, that's another chick in a bathtub ab. And bathtub ad. Blah. Bathtub ab? No, she's in a bathtub. She's laying in a bathtub. And yes, there's no nudity or anything, but why don't they have a guy laying in a bathtub, I'd be on a billboard. Yeah, but nobody would really want to see this on a billboard. Shit. I don't know, man. There comes a time in a person's life when he needs to realize to himself that holy shit, there's a lot of cars going down the road at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Why? People have Turkey Day and then they fucking just go home, or what? I mean, I'm surprised that people haven't taken the whole week off and just enjoyed themselves. I mean, it's not even about family anymore. No, it's not. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I'm having a damn, rough time, and I'm trying to talk to you guys and trying to feel good about myself, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to do anymore. I really don't. I mean, all I do is go to work, go home, and go to bed. That's all I do. I'm trying to work on a comic book, a story. I'm trying to work on my Jack Smith the Berserker story because I want to do that with my life. But I just don't even know what to talk about anymore, I want to do a podcast with my friend Jeremy. I've always wanted to do a podcast with Mark Weber or talk to somebody, just have him come over to my house and sit there and we have a podcast and we talk. But nobody ever wants to do anything with me. I'm good enough to be friends with, but I'm not good enough to interact with. That's what it is, man. I don't know, man. I just don't fucking know. Just saw a tumbleweed. Oh, just don't. Problem property, we buy it. A1 Garage, A1 from day one. Woo-hoo. Yeah, I'm advertising. And I went home tonight. I went home last night, got off work. And as soon as I got into bed last night, I crawled into bed and I fell asleep last night. I laid there in my bed and I thought to myself, is this the kind of life that I live? Just go to work and go home and go to sleep? I swear I feel like the Grinch every time I go into my house. Yeah, except for I don't eat glass. Dude, why are we breaking? Just go. Drive a 4Runner. So many bikes on the back. I look like one of those kind of people who's a Tour de France. Oh my God, you broke down right there in the fucking interstate. I don't know, man. And then I want to try this gum out that, they have on Facebook, because I keep getting this thing that they say that it'll help restore enamel and all this other shit if you chew this gum and everything. But when you go onto the damn website to buy the gum, it's like the gum is so shady. It's like, really? Am I actually buying gum, or is somebody going to fuck me over and take my money away from me again? Yeah. Well, I swear to God, I'm getting boner ads all the time on my fucking Facebook page. Swear jar. Make your penis 3 to 4 inches longer. What if I don't want to make it 3 to 4 inches longer? I'll trip over it. You know? Shit, I won't trip over it. I'll probably be able to see it. Yeah, but everybody tells me, Jack, you're so fat, and maybe if you lost some weight, you'd be better looking. And then if I lost weight, then I can't play Santa Claus. So, what the fuck, guys? Take your pick, It's either Jack Smith has a six-pack or I have a fat gut and I play Santa Claus. So, I think I'm going to stay with the Santa Claus thing because I like that a lot better than being a six-pack and being muscular and shit, I had a dream the other night. One night I was walking around and I had this dream that I looked like a cross between like Thor, Jason Momoa, and like Alan Richards, the guy who plays Jack Reacher. So I had this dream that like I walked around, everywhere, shirtless, And this one guy was like, "Dude, man, put your shirt on." And I'm like, "No, I'm Jack Smith. I'm allowed to be this way." And women just find it attractive, and like all these girls thought I was attractive, but I still wasn't going home with any of them because I couldn't figure any of them out. No. So, one of the reasons why I'm single is because I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want to even spend any time with me. If you don't want to spend any time with me and you don't want to tell me that you like me or tell me that you want me around, then you can go fuck yourself. I don't want to be around you if you don't want to be around me. No. If you don't like me, then don't be in my life. Don't be around. It's as simple as that. If you don't like me, I don't like you. Because there's no reason to be happy. There's none. Yeah, there's no reason to be happy. Nope. Now I'm going down to the airport and then I'm coming back, but I'm probably not even going to go anywhere because I'm going to be like, yeah, I probably hit my limitation for my hours, so I'm just going to go home. Yeah, because I only have 6 hours until the thing goes into violation, so I'm just going to go down to the airport and come back, and then I'm going to be done for the night because I don't want to drive anywhere and be in violation. So, yep. I'll just end it all and be done with it. Yeah. And then tomorrow's Black Friday, so everybody's going to be running around like a chicken with their head cut off, going to damn stores tomorrow, so I don't even want to go that route. No. You want to know something? Black Friday to me is like waxing my ass. Yeah. Why the fuck would I even worry about going to a place when I can just wait like 3 days later and then the sales and all that shit will be after Christmas? Yeah. I think the Grinch said it best. That, when you buy something at Christmas time, it turns around and comes into the dump because people just throw it away after it's, had its luster and had its fun. I mean, Camo Klauz is kind of like a cross between the Grinch and Christmas, and Santa Claus, but I'm not a Grinch, though. I love Christmas. Christmas is the coolest damn time of the year. It's that time when you get to be with your family, your friends. You get to hang out with everybody. It's like a giant reunion. Yeah. But see, I wish that towns had the same kind of thing as like the Who's, in Whoville. Yeah. I wish they had that shit. Like I remember when our town used to light up our Christmas tree. Everybody used to come together. We used to have hot chocolate and we used to do all that kind of stuff. We used to feel like we mattered, And then we used to go to this temple and listen to Christmas music, and we'd go places all over Virginia and Leesburg and everything. And that was like really cool. But nowadays, shit. You can't even have anybody like, be happy. I mean, I'm going to get off on Saturday morning. I'm going to get off and I'm going to go to Aiken. And I'm going to go to Aiken and I'm going to go see my friends at Peace Trees. Because I love the guys at Peace Trees. I want to go and, be live with Camo Klauz and do my kind of stuff. But, I'm really going through a lot of stuff, guys, and I'm really sorry that I am. I miss everybody, man. I really do. The other day, I got a text message from Jake today. My friend Jacob Hope. Yeah. I got a text message from him, and he said to me, he said, dude, when would be a good time to call you? And I said, well, I'm working tonight. And he said, well, okay, he never messaged me back, but, I told him, I said, dude, I'm working tonight. I'm really, but I miss all my friends, dude. I miss everybody that I used to be friends with. And now I have all these goddamn friends on Facebook who I don't even know who they are. They're all fake bots. They're all fake women. They're all these stupid things, but the reason why I don't get rid of them is because I don't have time to go through my Facebook and get rid of all these fucking people that I don't know. Swear jar. Yeah. I don't have time to get rid of all these dang people. I don't have time to go through my Facebook page and just, nope, don't know you, don't know you, don't know you, don't know you, don't know you. Bill. Yeah, I don't know these people. I don't know why they follow me. But people also follow me because I'm Camo Klauz. Because my last name is Klauz. Yes, people follow me because I'm Klauz. Because I play Santa Claus. And that's fine. But I am sick and tired of that stupid girl who messages me and goes, hey, sweetie, I want to just tell you that I love you. Shut up. You don't know who I am. I could be a stone cold psychopath, meet you in the middle of a, field somewhere and slit your fucking throat ear to ear. Or you could slit my throat, I wish Facebook would stop with all these bullshit ass profiles and fake people. I'm legitimate because I'm going through a divorce and I'm trying to become Jackson Miss Claus. I literally am trying to change my name. So you know what? I would love to pay the money to have a real blue check mark next to my Facebook page so that people take me fucking serious. Yes. Because I want people to take me serious. I don't want people to sit here and go, oh, this guy looks like he's got a cool last name because his last name is Klauz. You know, there's not a day that goes by that I don't sit here and wish that somebody would take me serious just once. Because I don't think anybody takes me serious. I really don't. I think everybody thinks that I'm full of shit. I mean, shit, I'm probably running eagle to all my friends. That guy's overcompensating for a small penis. Well, yeah, he's driving around in a big truck with with big tires on it and going fast down a road and overcompensating for a small penis. I hate people who just, oh God. So, I'm also going through withdrawals. I'm going through withdrawals because I'm trying to think, should I get rid of Trax Revolution or should I keep Trax Revolution around? Because, well, I have nobody who really gives a shit about it, you know? So I'm sitting here thinking to myself, well, what the fuck do I do, Jack? Do I keep it or do I get rid of it, you know? I don't know. I mean, there's not a day that goes by that I don't know whether or not I feel like I matter anymore to anybody. And I'm sorry that I do this to you guys, but I just feel like I'm nothing anymore. I feel like if I got rid of my social media, would anybody even really give a shit if I was gone? Because I thought this the other day. I thought this the other day. I had a dream last night, or 2 nights ago, that I had a dream that I was dead. Yeah, that I died. And my parents posted something on my Facebook page saying that I was no longer alive anymore, that I passed away, that I died, and that, my funeral was was coming up, and then I actually, got to see how many people showed up. And none of you guys were there. None of you guys were there. I was being showed by an angel that I had no friends. That I had nobody who really cared about me. Nobody showed up. And I said to myself, what the hell was I on this earth for anyway? But I know that you guys, the real friends that I have, the ones that get on here and watch the show and talk to me and everything, I know that you guys, care about me. I know you guys do. And I know who you are. But I just didn't feel like anybody cared. And I feel like that all the time. I feel like that every day. Am I inconveniencing you because I'm driving the speed limit? Sorry, bitch. I didn't mean to drive slow. Well, cut me off. Well, I don't understand why people, they go around you because they think you drive so fucking slow, but you're going the speed limit. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, Drive down the road and I have all these fucking people look at me like I'm going slower than old people fuck all the time. And I'm sorry. Sometimes when I don't have any passengers to pick up, I feel like I just don't matter either. Like, I feel like my boss is just like, yeah, just drive the vehicle and just, you know, fucking, we'll pay you to drive the vehicle around. I don't know. Put an ass on the seat, I guess? I have no idea. I don't know what it is. I really have no clue, man. Oh, hell. Sometimes I just sit here and I wonder every day, what the fuck did I ever do to deserve this shit? I think there's a kid or there's a person who's got a voodoo doll just sitting at home, just stabbing it, just telling it that I'm the biggest horse's ass in all the land, and I'm supposed to not have anything ever go my way. I think that's what God's doing with me right now. Oh, nope, you're never allowed to win the lottery. Nope, you're never allowed to have friends. Well, you're never allowed to have feelings. You're always supposed to feel like you're down. I don't know, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry that I am the way that I am. I don't know, man. I'm done. Talk to you later, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.